Anymore. So welcome guys to the call. Thank you so much for making it. We've got a lot of faces on here, which is just a joy to see. And for many of us yesterday, or probably about half of us on this call by the looks of things, we were at a super weekend event, and there were a lot of takeaways. And I think, every single one of us will have different things that we will want to kind of just say are our key takeaways from that super weekend event. But for those of you guys who don't know what they are 4 times annually held, so quarterly, within like any geographical location that you're living in. You just need to work out where the nearest one is to you, pay for your ticket, and off you go. And it gives you the opportunity to meet people that are local to you, not necessarily in the same team, although, for us yesterday it was really great in Heathrow because a lot of us went to that one. It's just really nice to get together in an environment that isn't always kind of remote. So I thought it was the best super weekend I've been to, definitely, yesterday. But before I go on and talk about that, I do just want to talk about a couple of things over and above super weekend that are really, really important. So tomorrow is the start to be able to register your team for Team Cup. And I know some of you guys are Emeralds in the UK or above, so you're in the UK Business Builder page. But I went live in there earlier on this week. I was asked to go live because our team in the UK actually won the whole of Team Cup last year. We were on the stage at Summit in front of 20,000 people picking up our recognition for being the top UK team alongside Ashley Molstad, who is the top coach in the network. So it was pretty magical. And I will just briefly tell you guys, I didn't know what Team Cup was. Menina in the UK approached me, who's a coach on a completely different team. But Team Cup essentially is where you can have a team of up to 5 people. You can only have 2 diamond rank or above, and they can be from any team in the UK. And I would just look into it right now. And if you don't have a team, don't sweat it. You can find one. And I can promise you guys that was the single one thing that propelled me into 2019 last year, and probably for those 6 months, because we all ran together to collectively help as many people as we could in February. And it's a crucial month, February, as is January, February, March. In my opinion, those 3 months, people are building into the new year. They're thinking about their health. They're thinking about changes. They're thinking about a new career. And that's generally when kind of all those catalysts start to happen. And you want to make sure you're on top of that, not sitting back going, do you know what, I'm just going to kick back right now, because now's the time to shine. And that's why Team Cup is so important. So that's number one. Number two, I would just say, gosh, we're the 12th of the month already of January. And I want you guys to think about, if you guys who have been a coach for a little bit, I know we've got Anna on here who's brand new today, and so I don't expect her to have set any goals yet, but she's there waving. For those of you guys who are even a week into the business or 2 weeks, have you set a goal for the month? Those of you guys who've been a coach for longer than a week or 2, you really should have a goal in mind, and you should be working towards it. No matter what your lifestyle, you will all have different goals. You want to be calling yourself out on your BS when you're letting yourself off the hook if you're not where you need to be in this month for that target. Because I will tell you now, those that see success are those who do not let themselves off the hook no matter what. And I just want you guys to have a think about that, maybe now, maybe after this call, but have a look at it. If you're not hitting those goals and targets that you've set for yourself, then what is it you need to adjust? Where is it you're letting yourself off the hook? The business activity tracker clearly is a great place to start, and I would start to look at your numbers. If you're not getting those results, then your numbers probably need to go up, or you might need to look at part of your process, and you might even need to ask your coach for help and where you're kind of losing people potentially. So that's just something I wanted to add. I'll start with my takeaways from yesterday. And I think number one, my takeaway was, wow, wasn't it amazing to have us all together in a physical environment, and the impact that energy brings to your business. As I said, in an environment where most of us work remotely, my genuine belief is that you need to be at those physical events in order to energize yourself when you're not with people, when you're working remotely, to keep that vision clear, to keep it strong. There are a lot of new launches that are spoken about. So they spoke about the launch of bod groups, which is where all of the software that Beachbody has effectively is going to come together. So you can run your challenge groups through your back office, that it pulls it all together. It even has challenge group guides that will feed out your post for you. So it is going to be phenomenal. I'm not going to go into great detail about it because I could spend 20 minutes talking about it, but that is to come, and there will be more on Coach Office as that comes live. I think the most prominent thing for me that I took away and it's something super basic. Is Thomas Parrott came. He's from UK corporate. If you guys don't know him, really like a knowledgeable guy, and his background is actually with QVC, so he has a great deal of experience. And he looked at the top 10 coaches this year that were announced for Elite. If you don't know what Elite is and you're new, please don't worry. But basically, what he said was every single coach in that top 10 were doing two things. Number one, those coaches were hitting Success Club consecutively without fail. They were hitting it every month. Okay. I mean, some of them have been in the business for 8 years. The Success Club, for those that don't know, is helping 3 people get started with a challenge pack every month, whether it's a coach or a challenger, and making that your non-negotiable goal. Okay. That is why these coaches have seen success, because to build a sustainable, viable business, you need to be hitting Success Club each month. That is what these coaches know and they can see, because every single coach in that top 10 had consecutively hit Success Club without dropping it. So making that a non-negotiable. And then the other thing that was really interesting about those top 10 that really kind of rung alarm bells in my head, and I immediately posted into our bar group, as well as my other virtual gem that is for anybody doing a generic program, was Beachbody, the Beachbody Challenge. Okay, every single one of these top 10 coaches, when they're getting a new challenger or a coach, they're telling them about the Beachbody Challenge, which is the opportunity to submit your before and after results for any program you complete. Whether or not you are like a prize winner, you will get a t-shirt saying that you completed your challenge just for submitting those, which is pretty cool. And if you're all about community and, you know, feeling like you're part of something, being sent a t-shirt for completing a program, that's pretty cool, over and above obviously the fitness and health results you're going to get. But the Beachbody Challenge effectively is where all of those entries get entered at the end of the year. They all go in, they've got age categories and male and female. So I think there's 3 or 4. This year at Summit, which is our incredible annual event, or last year rather, I should say, in Indianapolis, I spent probably about 20 minutes crying because the winner of that challenge was a UK chap for the first time, Christopher Pandolfo. I can't remember how much weight he'd lost. He'd lost a significant amount of weight. His eating was emotional. He'd lost his mum when he was younger, so I really related to that because I've obviously lost my mum. And he won £100,000, and that was for him submitting his results. So guys, if that's going to motivate you, well, I'd actually question whether or not I think every single person would be motivated by that. But this is what this is, kind of, it's breathing fire into their challengers and coaches, because they're going, right, okay, I want to do that. This is what it's all about. And effectively, guys, as I had said on the last week's call, at the core and the very crux of what we do is you believing in what you do, you getting the results, and you feeling amazing as a result. That's where you're going to get the passion. That's where you're going to get the drive. That's where you're going to get your vision. And I think it's pretty amazing that you can just plug your results in there. You'll be sent a t-shirt no matter what. You'll get entered into, I think, quarterly competitions as well. And there was a girl actually incidentally in the States, Ashley, who Kelly's just partnering with. I've helped her partner with Lindsay Rice, and she was one of the Beachbody Challenge winners for, I think, the year, wasn't she, Kelly? I think so. Yeah, and she'd won $100,000. Now, this was some years ago, but don't underestimate the fact that you could well be one of those people. And if you have got weight to lose, then it's a great idea to look at that. I'm just going to come back to Elaine's comment before I move on. Yeah, anything related to your goals that you're not hitting will be mindset, 100%. So maybe it's personal development, maybe it's getting clearer on your vision. If you're not hitting your goals, I will say 2 things. Are you clear on your vision and where you're going? And do you know what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like? Have you got that clear? And as I've said on previous calls, that's going to come with time. As you get more belief in the business, your vision is going to become clearer. So let it kind of evolve. And also your mindset. You should be committing to personal development every day. So I think that will really help everybody get clear on their goals. If they're vague or you're letting yourself off the hook, that's kind of where you need to start. But for me, those were the 2 takeaways, which were both from the same part of the speech. I'm sure the girls, I'm really hoping the girls have got different takeaways. So who, just one of you girls just want to put your hand up?
Can I do mine?
We've got SJ. Yeah, go for it.
Because we're just about to eat dinner.
Yeah, no worries.
my little bit today. I think the biggest thing that I took away from yesterday, I think it was fantastic, and I think actually it's so important to plug into these like live events. It really, really is. The biggest thing I took away yesterday is actually how Beachbody in the UK is just scratching the surface, and we are literally the people that are bringing it to this country at the moment, and I think that's really exciting. And you know, particularly for somebody who works in fitness, like there are so many people out there who need help, and that actually what we've got is such a great solution for them. And yeah, got me really excited. That so yeah, I'm gonna go off and eat my dinner.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I think, you know, to add to what SJ said, like we didn't hit elite, and we didn't hit elite as a team because we didn't have the 5 stars in my team, but we were number 1 for points, which tells you guys that you are in the number 1 team to be led with the training in order to really reach those people. So plug the F into it, because I know we can smash it. We can absolutely smash it, but you have to get on your mindset. I can't get you in on your mindset. You have to do that for yourself. I'll give you everything else. But it is, as Esther said, it's just unbelievably exciting. The lives that we're changing as well, it gives me goosebumps. It really, really does. Anyway, who wants to go next? Donna!
Hi. To be honest, I think the biggest thing I took away was maybe a little bit similar to what SJ said, but I think it was about, it was when Carl, which he does talk about a lot, but which is kind of the point, isn't it? Was about, you know, like the gift that you're giving people, and really getting them to understand, almost like before you start, almost like writing down a list of, you know, like this is how much a personal trainer costs, this is how much a gym costs, this is how much it costs, you know, like per day if you were going to have like a protein shake, this is, you know, all these different things. And then so knowing like the value of that versus the value of you know, Beachbody. But actually the biggest thing, which I don't think most of us think about, is the fact that actually we are the missing link. Like we're the ones that help them go over the line. It's not actually, you know, the programs are great, but it's not, you know, it's not the super trainer, it's us, it's our job. And, you know, that we champion them, we're their cheerleaders, we're the ones that are there to kick their ass if we need to, if they need it, you know, like, and I think that was something that really hit home with me yesterday, is that actually, you know, that we are that missing ingredient. And when one of the coaches yesterday that was there, she had said that she was really kind of struggling with confidence, and she didn't feel like she was able to really help people. And I was thinking about it last night, and I realized that that's what the problem is. She at this point doesn't see herself as adding value yet, and I think that's the clear thing that all of you guys need to get past, if that's a problem for you. Like, you know, if you're worried about inviting people, if you're worried about inviting people to a boot camp, or whether it's to a boot camp or a coach, the reason why is because you guys haven't yet realized that you are physically helping these people. And I think until you get that part, you're not going to get the other part. And that was basically what Izzy and I both said to that lady yesterday, is that actually, you know, she really needs to realize that she's going to change people's lives, and that she's got the ability to change people's lives, but she needs to start with herself. So I think that was one of the biggest things that I took away yesterday, that I know I'm going to talk to like all my coaches about, that are really inviting and things.
And it really is a gift, guys. Like, and I will just explain, I'm not going to go into the details of my personal life, but what I will say is that you might not know how much you need this until some horrific thing happens and you realize the unbelievable value of this community. And it makes me well up, because I am so grateful for this. I can't even almost put it into words. So when I'm sharing it with people, I'm like, it's a no-brainer. Like, if they don't see the value, that's okay. I'm going to continue to share on social media, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, because I know that I have the best solution available for all of the issues that I had with like body confidence, overeating, binge starving. That was all actually based on mindset, but manifested itself with my body image. And actually Beachbody has not only cracked that, but it's actually, this community has allowed me to get over some of the most horrific life circumstances of my life, and if it wasn't for this community, I don't know where I'd be for my son. And like Donna has a different story, but she's equally passionate because she's seen the value for herself, and there's no damn chance that she's going to hold back because she's nervous about what people are going to think. I don't give a crap. I'm like, I know the value of what I have to offer. If you can't see it yet, that's okay. You can continue to watch me and you'll join me later, because I know they will. And it's that confidence that comes from knowing that, do you know what, this is blooming incredible. And that comes from events, guys. So Donna shared yesterday, like, her real like vision with this business came from the Marbella trip. Getting to Summit in the States, yeah, I know the flights are expensive, but immersing yourself in like 20,000 people who are all in it together, lining the streets of the city, closing them down, working out in that environment made me well up, because it just shows you the power of the community and what we're doing here. It's bringing women together, and it's amazing. Hold on a second. Yes, Anna, I love your style and energy. Anna's like brand new as of, I think, yesterday, and she's already asking me what the 5 stars for an elite team. She's already in on all the training. 5 diamonds in your downline, but it's way ahead of where you are, but we will definitely talk about it if something you want to talk about. And the bootcamp group, I didn't add you to the bootcamp group yet, because I have just sent you so much stuff. I was like, she's going to get completely overwhelmed, so I will add you at the end of the call, seeing as you're asking. So let me just write that down. Cool. Donna, was there anything else you wanted to add? No. Where's Kelly? Do you want to add something, Kelly?
Yeah, hey, I was going to mention what Donna said, because Carl just kept repeating over and over, total solution, and it really touched home. But we are the missing link. And there was a woman who spoke about how she ran her challenge groups, and she does it through bod, which my challenge tracker, which obviously will go into the new bod groups. And basically she sets expectations about, she will post her workout, her Shakeology, her meals, and that she expects her challengers to do that, and the ones that consistently do that show the vital behaviours for a challenge transformation, so that you know you're kind of connecting with your challengers and kind of setting that out. Because for me, I've really struggled with seeing me as the value, because I don't feel confident running a challenge group. And actually, everything I post on my stories pretty much goes in, you know, can be transferred into a challenge group with a bit more detail. So bod groups coming is really exciting. And if you're not on bod groups, don't not use my challenge tracker, because if you're in there already, you've got stuff in there already, it will be transferred over. So I think my next group I'm going to run on there, because I come across a lot of people who don't actually use Facebook, so it's good for that too.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, and I think that's so true. I think for me, I'm not going to transfer into my challenge tracker, because honestly, I've used it and I hated it for running challenges, and I find it really clunky. So for me, I'm just going to start from scratch with bod groups. That's what I decided to do. But do what you think works best for you. If you'd rather have some of that data in there when it pulls through, great. Obviously, if you're a newer coach and you haven't even run a challenge group yet, it might be an idea just to start in my challenge tracker, because then it's going to pull all your data through, so you're never going to have to add any. I have quite a significant business, so for me, I'm like, well, there's kind of no point starting now. I may as well just do it all from scratch, because a lot of it will have to be done from scratch anyway. But I think absolutely right, you know, the total solution. And that's what Carl always harks home. He's like, I don't want to hear people just enrolling on bod. Like, you're enrolling them on 20% of what we have to offer, because ultimately your results are going to come from your nutrition, and 20% of it is workouts, 80% of it will be based on your nutrition. So if you're offering somebody a solution that's 20%, we're not doing our job. We're just going, do you know what, I'm really struggling to get them to do anything else, I'll just offer them bod. And then they're not getting the results, and then they're falling off, which is why, you know, for me, I've never sold anyone bod, because I don't believe in it. I just don't believe in it. I believe wholeheartedly in the Shakeology, the nutrition, and the total package with the pre and post workout. So for me, I won't do it. And I love what he said about that, because it's, you know, people want something for nothing. Yeah, you know, it's like anything in life, you have to pay for something premium to get something premium. If you're enrolling them with fully on demand, which is the workouts, they're not going to get the results, they're not going to feel the community, and they're not going to be in for the total solution. Yeah. Kelly, did you want to add anything else?
No, it was just that setting expectations. I do it, so you do it. Taking charge of your life. Yeah, okay, starting it, but getting it to a finish. And then, like we've said before, the transformation challenge. Like giving them bragging rights, getting a t-shirt, and and all that kind of stuff. But then after that, what now? And it can be a very natural way to lead on to the coaching.
Yeah.
Most of us invite to the coaching opportunity, but some of us do a blend and some of us just do the other way. So you see the way how it evolves into them being a coach.
Yeah. Yeah, and the physical results is what gives people confidence that, hey, do you know what, if I can do this, I can help other people do it too. So it's just very simple, which is what's beautiful about this business. It is so simple. It's just we like to overcomplicate it sometimes. Thanks, Kelly. Perfect. We'll go to Joey. Where's Joey? There's Joey. Hi.
Hi. So for me, it was kind of like the same as Kelly was saying, think about the total solution and the way to really bring that home, and kind of understand that actually, I mean, I love the products and I love the workout. So for me, I sometimes don't really understand why people wouldn't want to do this. So I think just having listened to him and really thinking about the other benefits I hadn't thought about before, like how much more cost effective it is, all these points that maybe I need to be raising when I'm inviting people to kind of share more about what it really entails. And I'm also really excited about the bod, like really excited about that. And I think that's going to change everything because I'm on the go all the time with my job and things. So I think having that, being able to have that fully on my mobile and storing everything is just going to make everything amazing. So yeah. And also I think it's really important to go to these live events, really important just for the community. And I think it kind of gives you that little bit of like oomph as well. Like once you've gone to one of them, you're like, right, okay, you get more focused to like, right, like this is actually, it reconfirms of why you've decided to do this in the first place. And I think it's really important to do that. So I would encourage everyone to go to these events when they come up because it's really good.
And I think something that strikes me, like I've worked in a corporate environment, I've worked at some really good companies, I've worked at some that are a bit more cutthroat, you know, I've worked in different environments. What I would say, my one takeaway about, and I've been to obviously a lot of events overseas that Beachbody ran, generally there's not really any coach that I've met who I've turned around and gone, oh, they're a dick. Because actually like the community is wonderful, like, and you meet similar energy and you realize that actually we're just normal people, but we are a really special community. We really, really are. Jackie, hello.
Hello.
Do you want to share what your takeaways were? Because I'm hoping you might have some different ones to ours.
I don't want to be negative at all about anything, but yesterday's experience, I think I had a very different experience than you guys had. Just because, the guys that ran it said that it had been kind of thrown together a bit last minute, and it was all the one team. So it wasn't like they basically just kind of ran video, and it was more of a kind of catch up for them. So what I've took away from it is, you know, they said that years ago they used to have a huge one for the whole of Scotland, and then it kind of became a bit fragmented, and now there's smaller ones all over the place. And Lisa and I were messaging just before it, and I think if they had one, like, I know we were talking about between, but if you had one in Glasgow and you know you could bring everybody together, it would just be so much better, because it was literally only about 13, 15 people there, but they all knew each other, so it was really insular, and that's just not what it's about, you know. So I don't want that to sound negative, but what I took away from it is we could do better. You know, like do it bigger and better. It just should always be bigger and better, like we're together stronger, so bring more of us together. And also it just kind of brought home to me how, like, I was talking to, like, there's about 3 or 4 of them there who have been coaches, but they're not really that fast and things like that. And I don't know if they're being led and mentored as well as, say, I am, or, you know, I'm just certainly you guys are engaging me a lot more. So I felt a lot more switched on, because they were asking me what I'm up to, and, you know, and I was telling them what I'm up to, and they're all like, wow, okay, oh, maybe we should do that. And I was just a bit like, all right, okay, I'm not giving you tips, stop taking my tips. You know, like, get off, back off. So I just, what I kind of took away from it, because it was led by Diana Wright. She's like a
well, do you know what?
master.
I'll tell you something. Do you know she was the elite team, but I beat her in points, so that's interesting for me, because I'm coming for her this year.
It was just a bit like kind of Faulty Towers-esque, you know, like it just kind of hung together. I was a bit like, what am I doing here? You know, a little bit. And then we did a bit of insanity and stuff, but it was just a little bit. And then there was a guy, Buttersworth, who, don't get me wrong, I imagine he'd be a great trainer and stuff. And he's just running about shouting at everybody, like, oh, go, go. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? And then it was like, as much as he'd shout at you, he'd shout in your face, like, go, go, go. And then he'd come up and high five you.
I'd be like, just go away or I'm going to leave. I couldn't go with that.
Yeah, I think I feel much more engaged than a lot of them do. So thank you very much.
But that's amazing to hear. And I think, you know, definitely feed that back to corporate, because you don't really want to go to an event where you're going to feel like that again, and they certainly don't want other new coaches to go.
Negative starting off, but then I saw like I was watching you guys, like what you were posting and stuff, and I was a bit like, yeah, that's not what's happening here.
Yeah. And I think, you know, that's something that I noticed, and I don't want to blow our own trumpets, but that's why I'm like, I know we have the best team. I know we have the most potential, because I know we have the best offering in terms of the support that we give you. Because speaking to other people, some of the stuff they come out with, just in general, I'm like, you're not there with that, right? So that's why I say, like, I know we have the most potential. I know we can do it. I know we've got everything we need. It's just the mindset. Then I need you guys in on your mindset and where you're going, because you can go there. You can go there with this team. And I'm like 1,000,000% confident with that.
I just kept thinking the whole time, all I want is a Hustle and Heart t-shirt. All I want is a Hustle and Heart t-shirt.
Don't worry, there'll be other opportunities for sure.
I know. No, but don't get me wrong, it was good to meet other people and talk to other people about it. It was good, you know, but definitely, you know, I think either we should do something up here, or I will definitely come down to you guys next time. But yeah, Lisa, let's do it.
Yeah. And you can start thinking about it now for sure. But yeah, I think, unless there's anything else from Super Weekend, was there anything else from Super Weekend you wanted to add? No. The other thing I am just going to share, and like for some of you guys, this isn't, you know, you're not there yet, but I do want to share something that I'm really excited about for this team as we start to build, is that I'm starting to host a Diamond Retreat. So they're for the second rank in the business, and it's something I've never ever done, and I can't tell you how excited I am about it. So the first Diamond Retreat is going to be at the in the middle of April. You need to be Diamond rank or above by the end of March. So if you're an Emerald coach, that is 1,000,000% possible. In fact, you should be Diamond by the end of March if you're doing the right things and you're holding yourself accountable to your goals. At the moment, Donna and I are both going. No one else currently, but I know we're going to have loads of you, and I know loads of you guys are pushing for that, and it's going to be in a like a wooden like, I don't know what you call it, a wooden cabin with a hot tub, and we're going to be there probably 3 nights. So, and that will be all expense paid by me. I'm not going to pay for your transport, but I will pay for everything else when we're there. So it's going to be really fun. There's going to be like goodie bags and, you know, photo opportunity. It's going to be a huge amount of fun. So just know that, you know, when you hit these ranks and stuff, that's the kind of stuff you're getting to do. So it's just amazing. That stuff is super cool. And you realize how much you have attracted your tribe when you all get together and you just all have a laugh, and you don't need to like be like, oh, and what do you like? And because you kind of feel like you already know everyone. So yeah, and I think over and above that, just the only reminder I'm going to give you is this: make sure you're doing this every day. If you don't know what this is, you need to get clued up. If you don't know what it is, message me. If you're brand new, please don't worry. You probably haven't watched the Getting Started call yet. You will be. You don't put I better be, just put I will be. Come on, Joey. So yeah, that's really exciting. And yeah, so success to me is like, because we've got quite a few new faces on here, is doing your bats, okay, and having a really clear vision on where you're going with the business. And as I said, that changes over the course of time. They're my 2 top tips. And mindset, personal development. If you're not doing it because you think you're better than it, you're never going to make it anywhere with this business. Sorry to be blunt, but I'm just going to be truthful. So make sure you're doing at least 15 minutes a day. When I was a new coach, I said to my coach, I'm finding it really hard. After about 2 weeks, she was like, Izzy, you listening to personal development? I was like, I'm not actually. She was like, okay, you may as well call it quits if you're not going to listen. And she is damn right. So put that one on autopilot. And if you're going to not do something, don't do your workout and listen to your PD. So sorry to be blunt, but I feel that one's really important. And I think, unless anyone wants to ask any questions or unmute themselves, or quite a short one, but we were at Super Weekend yesterday. I know a lot of us got a lot of stuff to do on a Sunday with follow-ups and stuff. Anything else? No? Okay. What I'm going to do is just pause.